All right, everyone, here we go. A little Jupiter in Pisces. Yeah, it's a big deal, actually. Jupiter in Pisces is very powerful energy. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, growth, luck. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Pisces, my two fish people, are going to benefit from it a great deal. I'll tell you that right now. My pre-shuffle here is very interesting because it pretty much tells the story of Jupiter in Pisces. I'm going to pull a little bit. Jupiter goes into Pisces, by the way, on around the 28th of December. Okay? But it's stationed right now, and it's blending. It's a big planet. So it's right on the line. It's here. The energy is here. I can do a predictive reading on it. We've got it until May. I've short-ranged this reading a bit, but it will give us the broad spectrum on it. All right? I'm pulling on the soulmate cycle, but this could affect things in your life as well. Jupiter is a very broad spectrum energy. It's expansion, growth, luck, prosperity, all that kind of thing. It generally, when it hits, it depends in your astrology where it is in your chart and where it is in relation to your sun sign as well. Is it your, Pisces? Pisces, for example, is my rising sign. So, but it's also my second house. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting year, to say the least. But let's see what it is to you. All right? Well, I can tell you we begin with your soulmate cycle. I'm going to pull a little different reading here than I normally do. I'm going to pull this for those of you that watch my Cure for Cancer readings. It's the same kind of reading I'm going to pull. 5 cards from the bottom, aside from the pre-shuffle. 5 cards from the bottom, and then 8 cards up top that talk about what's going on here. All right? And if we need to extend it, I will. I don't know. It's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. Jupiter in Pisces. 2 fish with a red dot. Okay. Yeah. I asked the universe, as far as the soulmate cycle goes, I realize it's probably broad spectrum energy, but I asked the universe, as far as the soulmate cycle goes, what's going to happen with these connections with Jupiter in Pisces. Now keep in mind the first month that Jupiter is in Pisces, it's there till May, but the first month that Jupiter is in Pisces, effective immediately at the time of this reading, by the way, Venus is retrograde. So you've seen my Venus retrograde reading, you see how it's affecting the readings. This pre-shuffle shouldn't surprise you. You're going to have a healing conversation. You are. There's conversations galore. Jupiter in Pisces is magic. If I had to describe it in one word, I would say that. The full moon that we just had is magic. It released magic. Venus retrograde is behaving like magic. And we've seen magic in all the readings. And I'm not trying to be corny with the word magic. It's just the best word I can use to describe it. Shit you never thought would happen is going to happen. A healing conversation is coming with somebody, and a very heartwarming, heart chakra opening conversation is coming with somebody. Somebody who's been on the fence for quite a while. Someone who's been off in the background. Someone who's been quiet. The hanged man. It's going to be very enlightening, whatever it is. And underneath that hanged man, yeah, there's the Knight of Pentacles. That is the card underneath it. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. It's a conversation again with the hanged man. A lot of time's been wasted here while someone's been dicking around trying to figure out what they want to do. It's just wasted time. This Knight of Pentacles is bringing a pentacle. He's bringing one of the pentacles from the 10 of Pentacles. He's got an offer. And it's judgment underneath that. This conversation, whatever it is, brings a second chance to something. Someone from your past you will have a conversation with in the present that will affect your future one way or another. And I'm seeing it in the readings. I am. Now, underneath the judgment, by the way, is the Six of Swords, which basically is a card that sums up everything I just told you. It's not a fast-moving energy. You might want to take it slow with this person. I know if it's your DM, or your runner, I know that they're not real great at processing emotions. Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. What's going on with Jupiter in Pisces here. So far, it's all about communication. It's all about a healing conversation with somebody that you never thought you'd talk to. Somebody who's been on the fence, somebody who's been quiet, somebody who ghosted you, somebody who's been in the background, all the while wasting a lot of time thinking. Thinking. It pretty much is the readings that we've been getting. Especially the readings since I've been pulling on Venus retrograde. And the first month Jupiter is in Pisces, Venus is retrograde. That magic is working with Jupiter's magic, with the magic that the full moon just released, with the magic that fucking 12/12 did of removing the devil energy so they could see the light. They can see clearly now the rain is gone, along with the eclipse energy, which is still in play. This is powerful shit. That pre-shuffle doesn't surprise me. So universe, give me a reading here on Jupiter in Pisces. What's it mean to my viewers here? What you talking about with the pre-shuffle? All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm being encouraged. My intuition's screaming at me, cut the cards. So, before the cut is why the fuck are we here? Knight of Swords. It's a conversation. It's a very specific conversation. Alright? It's on its way. The bird is in the air. It's on its way. It's a single bird by itself. So it's a very specific message. Knight of Swords. And it's coming in fairly quickly. Keep in mind that he can get out as fast as he comes in, though. He's running toward a motorcycle. He can run in and leave on a motorcycle. But I think from the pre-shuffle, the conversation's very healing, whatever it is. Let's see what comes after the cut. I tell you, I like Jupiter in Pisces. I like it. I liked it the last time it happened. If you want to know what it's like, we had a taste of it this summer. But if you want to know what it was like before that, the last time it was there was 2010. Around there. Okay? Whatever that means to you, I don't know. But I know what it means with the energies around it right now. Yeah, somebody's coming in to talk to you, something very specific. And again, the universe is backing this up. It's somebody who is disappointed with how things turned out with you. Okay? And it's probably their fault. It's always her fault. She's my pooping girl in the yard. It's her fault she's not inside using the toilet. But it's their fault because they rejected you. They passed on the rainbow of this connection. But again, it's somebody, they are the energy of this. As I read this, they're coming in because they're disappointed. That conversation is happening because somebody, one or both of you, are disappointed with how things turned out. Probably on your person's side, they realized it from that hangman that they've been sitting in forever. Wondering, thinking, all that thinking, wasting time. All right, let's give the deck a final shuffle and let's pull a reading here. Give me Jupiter in Pisces, universe. Give me a reading. And it knows what I mean. And again, this is a different reading. If those of you that watch my Cure for Cancers, this is going to be the same type of reading I do there. 5 affecting energy cards from the bottom, and then 8 cards up top. 4 root energy or surface energy, and then 4 clarifiers. And we'll see where we go. All right. And I don't know yet. So far, it looks pretty cut and dry, but if I need to extend this one, I will. You will know already because there'll be a link in the description for the extended. and if I do need to extend it, you can bet there's a reason for it. Let's see, because I was looking to take the day off today. But the universe is having none of it. Let's see what we got here. Give me a reading, universe. Jupiter in Pisces. How's it affecting these soulmate connections here? What do we got? Okay. Jesus Christ. The overall energy, the root energy of the 5 affecting energies I'm going to pull here is the 9 of Cups. I mean, I don't even have words. It's magic. It's a wish fulfilled. Wishes are granted by genies. It's magic. There's a lot of magic here in this reading. And I don't like using that word. It sounds corny, I know. But it is. I'll Steve it up for you a little bit if you want. It's fucking magic. How about that? Now it sounds less corny. It's fucking magic. Yeah. Somebody's coming to get it. There's a conversation that's going to happen here. We saw it in the pre-shuffle. That's just me talking to the universe. And it's backing up in the reading. Look who's coming to get it. Who's coming to get the Nine of Cups? Well, it's Fakey McFakerman. That's your fucking runner right there. Queen of Wands. They've been showing up. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Out of Balance, Emperor, the Burger King, all fucking year. There they are. They're coming to get it. I'm curious what's after this. Yeah, I thought so. Page of Cups. You are their wish fulfilled. You are going to have a healing conversation with this person. But whether or not you're really talking to this person, I mean, the real them, is up for debate. It's up to them. You know, free will. They're probably not going to come out and tell you you're their wish fulfilled. You're going to have to, that's what the universe is talking about with it slow, you know, with the Six of Swords underneath the Judgment card in the pre-shuffle. I said, take it slow. This person's not real good at opening up. Give them time, and they will. They're going to come in at first. Again, I've been seeing this all December, probably under some kind of false pretense, right? Wearing a disguise or something along those lines. Why? Well, in the why position, because they're out in the cold and they want to come out of it. Again, I get the same energy off of this I got off of the Four of Cups, my pooping girl there after the cut. Someone here, I think it's your person primarily, because it's their fucking fault for sitting in the hangman tree so long, is disappointed with how things turned out here. Very disappointed. Could be disappointed with themselves. And again, my final card backs up. It is the why the fuck are we here card repeating itself. It's the Knight of Swords. It's a very specific conversation. I think it's probably going to be with Fakey McFakerman. In other words, on the outside, they say you're all right. You know, Page of Cups, a little apology, test the waters. It will grow into something more. But if you scare this person with too much emotion, okay, hit them with all your cannons all at once, they will get on that motorcycle and book it for the fucking hills again. All right? Because they are afraid of that sort of thing. And underneath, our original pre-shuffle just sort of begins to repeat. We've got repeating messages here. Four of Swords, a healing conversation. Keep in mind, healing conversations have to start slow. Healing conversations can't be, hi, how are you? Oh, you son of a bitch, how am I? How the fuck are you? How the fuck are you, motherfucker? That's not a healing conversation. It's let them sort of be this Page of Cups, even though you know they feel a lot more than that. You're the damn Nine of Cups right here. I'm going to pull the top portion of the reading with a different deck, and we'll see what we get here. All right, let's see where we go, because this is the message the Light Seer has for us. This is the affecting energy. This right here is what all of these cards are crossing, basically. Let me blow my nose. It's running like a DM today. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. The weather here has been weird. All right, here we go. Shuffling the deck here. Give me a reading, universe. Jupiter in Pisces. How's it affecting? What do you mean by all these cards here? I think I nailed it on the energy. In fact, I'm positive I did. Okay? So far, everything I've told you, 100% valid. I'm having a pretty good energy reading day. I had bacon for breakfast. You know how I am when I have bacon. It's my spirit food. So, that said, I know what I'm reading here. Rewind the video if you have to. But the message up to this point, from the pre-shuffle to where we end here, is very important. Because this conversation is happening for a high percentage of you. As we learned in my Venus retrograde reading, it's a very high percentage where people are turning around and coming back. The energies are hard for them. We keep getting the Empress coming out in key locations. The energies are very hard for this other person to resist. There's a lot of disappointment for how things turned out. I see it here, and I saw it with the card after the cut, after the Knight of Swords. Give me a reading, universe. How is Jupiter in Pisces affecting the soulmate cycle here. Okay, you ready? The bottom of the deck, the affecting energy of the 8 up here from this deck is the King of Pentacles. Stability is coming to this. Somebody, and I'm going to say it again, motherfuckers, somebody is disappointed on a high level for how things turned out here. And I know they're not showing you that in the 3D, and I'm very sorry. And they probably still won't show you the level of disappointment when they show up as this page. I promise you, there's so much more underneath there, right? When I look at this Queen of Wands here, the pretense, it's normally like cut in half. The pretense is just where the wand is over here in this corner. Everything else is how they really feel. There's a lot of disappointment driving this. Let's see what's going on here. Let's pull the surface energy first and then we'll clarify. 9 cups, 9 cups, 9 cups, 9 cups. First card out. That is a repeating message. That is unreal. That's from a different deck with a huge shuffle. You are their wish fulfilled. Heed my words when I tell you whatever this page has to say, this little child, is nothing. There is a huge disappointment here for how things turned out. This person is, we're seeing it in the readings. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat. It is what it is. The energy is coming towards you. Now the person, it's up to their free will. For a small percentage of you, they're just going to chicken out because they're a super fuckwit. But for a great number of you, this person's showing up because they're disappointed and they want to try to, well, they want to take care of some unfinished business, which is my prediction for 2022, which I wrote a very nice blog article about. You can all go check out at sltblog.com. It's called Unfinished Business. You'll see it in the recent posts section if you look. Yeah, this is someone coming to take care of unfinished business. Why? Because it's a huge burden on them. 10 wands. 10 wands want to reset to an Ace of Wands. It's a huge burden on this person. You are heavy on their mind. I'm going to phrase it that way. 7 of Pentacles. The timing is better now for some reason. Oh, I'm on fire today with this energy. Oh, you're going to want to stick around for this reading. The timing is right now. The timing was not right when you two first crossed paths. I've said that before, and I will say it again, and I will continue to fucking say it. You had to separate, because I know from experience here in 2021 on Steve's Love Tarot with all of you, the UDFs had a lot to learn about your self-worth and finding out who you are and pulling your big boy, big girl pants up. They had a lot to learn about being vulnerable. They still haven't 100% learned the lesson, but they sure are disappointed in themselves and disappointed in how things turned out. This is divine timing. This tells me it's going to happen at different times, I mean, which would be obvious anyway. But it does say it's going to happen at different time intervals for all of you. But it also says, along with you're heavy on their mind, that they've taken stock. They did something in that Hanged Man. It wasn't all wasted time. They could have been going faster. Remember, we had the Knight of Pentacles under the Hanged Man in the pre-shuffle. He could be going faster. He's got a racehorse, but he's choosing to walk. That's part of what the disappointment, where it sits. What's bookending this 9 of Cups? Page of Swords. Another page. Okay? This is a card of disappointment. People read this the wrong way. I see this card all over fucking YouTube. It depends what it's around, yes. But if you're going to read it as a card of communication, okay? In the books for the card, it says disappointing messages, for example. It's not necessarily true. It's not what it means. What it means is, when it's bookending the 9 of Cups, it's saying what the fakey McFakerman in the Page of Cups is saying. You're really their 9 of Cups. They're coming in way below that just to test the waters and get things started slow. A healing conversation picks up steam. So don't hit them with everything you got right in the beginning. This is disappointing messages, yes. But this is not what it, on the term of communication, and messages that you receive, it's not what you expect. That's why it's disappointing. Okay? It's not that the news is bad always. In fact, it's not. It can't be. It's read with a 9 of Cups. It's just not what you expect. You expect someone who feels you the 9 of Cups to come in and tell you they feel you the 9 of Cups. You're my wish fulfilled. They're coming in less than that. It's backing up that message. But another energy around this card is they're very disappointed in themselves. They are. Believe it or not, they are. On a very high level. They've also been spying on you. A lot of you. Whenever I'm drawn to these here, remember we had the King of Pentacles at the bottom. I've shuffled it away now because I started to shuffle, but we had the King of Pentacles at the bottom. The King of Pentacles is the rainbow antlered 8-point buck. It's irreplaceable. Whenever I'm drawn to these little stars around this little barn owl, I know they've been spying, but I also know that they can't find anybody else like you. Nothing compares to you. And no, I'm not going to make Ireland cry and sing Redneck Sinead again. I feel bad making an entire country cry. But nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. Okay, there you go. I made the country cry. Fine. Why is the 9 of Cups here? Let's clarify. Why is the 9 of Cups here? Crossing the 9 of Cups is the Magician. This person, I have to weigh that with the energy of the Page of Swords here, and I have to weigh it with these two down here. This person has the ability to be much more than what they're showing up as. There's a lot of fear here. Okay? Yeah, there is. The 7 of Cups off the 9 of Cups. They don't know how to approach. So sometimes in philosophy they say when you don't know what to do, don't do anything at all. You know, better that than make a mistake. That's kind of their policy that they're following here, which is why they show up as a page. Okay? Keep that in mind. I think the turkey's pretty well cooked enough to eat. I feel that in the disappointment. But I don't think they're going to show it to you initially. I'm going to reiterate that. Why is the 10 of Wands here, though? This ought to be interesting. Why is the 10 of Wands here? Crossing the 10 of Wands is 8 Pentacles. For a lot of you, this person's been doing something on their side with their finances or with their practical life in general. Family, marriage, I don't know, career, anything along those lines. They've been very focused on that. I don't think on some level many of them realize, because I see this with the 7 of Pentacles next to it too, kind of feedbacking off of it. I don't think many of them realize how much time has passed while they've been looking at this practically. This person's taking a very practical approach even still to looking at this connection. Yeah, the 7 of Wands. But I'll tell you something. The energy around that is someone who, again, the overlaying energy here is disappointment. It's one of disappointment. Somebody who's disappointed that things didn't turn out good here in how things turned out. This is someone who wants to fight for this now. But it causes a great burden for them because they're not very good with emotions. And yet this connection is being reflected as 9 cups twice. That's 18 cups. It's a lot for someone to feel. Someone who has a hard time feeling. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here? It's very interesting. So in the end, Jupiter in Pisces, coupled especially I think with the beginnings, because we saw it in my 2022 first quarter reading, January, February, March, which is up. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. In January, we've got an absorbent number of these soulmates rolling in. And that's in part because of Jupiter in Pisces here, but it's also Venus retrograde. And again, it's some powerful energies, there's some powerful magic happening here in 2022. I saw it in the Q1 reading. And I'm seeing it in every reading I'm pulling. What do we got here with the Seven of Pentacles? What's here? Yeah. This person spent a lot of time sitting on their hands, lying to themselves. I'm curious if they're going to tell you about that. It's crossed by the Seven of Swords. Yeah, they are going to tell you about that. This is what they're afraid to tell you. That they felt this way for you all along. That they've been thinking about you all along. I see it here with the Ten of Wands. They've known all along just that you're their wish fulfilled. They've always known. They've been lying to themselves. They've been sneaking away. There's been deception. There could have been something that they've been lying about on their side. Like, for example, not all of you, but for example, telling you they have a happy marriage or they're happy with the person that they're with. It's a lie if they told you that. Everything's turning here. This is a wheel of destiny. This is sitting on top of a card of divine timing. The timing is right now. I stand by my first read on that, my initial read on the surface energy. The timing is right now for this to happen. We see it right here with the card of destiny. The wheel turns 180 degrees over to the sun in front of the moon. Chatty Cathy in front of Silent Bob. This also tells me on a deeper energy that they might come in, again, we see it here, a little bit of deception in how they're coming in. All right, how they really feel. Again, take the conversation slow or this person will book it for the hills. They can't process, they still can't process emotions. What's the Page of Swords doing here? Why is the Page of Swords here? There's a few things missing on this table. I am going to extend this one. I am going to pull a side reading before I do, though. Right here. Sort of a warm-up to the extended. I'm going to have to go deep. The extendeds afford me that luxury because there's less people watching. When there's less people watching, I can go deeper. And I'm noticing something missing here. What do you think is missing? What two things are missing from this table? I'll tell you the answer in a moment. One of them is missing because of the card that's crossing the Page of Swords. I'll give you a hint. It's the angel crossing the Page of Swords. So one of the things missing from this table is missing because of this angel energy. This is what 1212 did. Force this person to see the truth, see the reality. They can see clearly now. The rain is gone. They can see all the obstacles in their way. That old song. What's on top here? Yeah. Still missing. Everybody's missing. Everything. Both cards I think are missing. Are fucking missing. Actually, 3 cards missing from this table. 6 of Swords here on top of this. Yeah, you're going to have a conversation. I'll just tell you what it is. You're going to have a conversation with this person, a healing conversation. This is the card that summed up my whole pre-shuffle. It is a healing conversation. It's something you've got to take very slow. And you'll get to the rainbow. But it's sitting on top of the Page of Swords. I gave you a whole diatribe on this card for a reason. I want to teach you something. This is a conversation that's disappointing. Not because it's bad news, but because it's not what you expect from someone who feels this. And that's why it's confusing to me, the cards that are missing here, and why I'm doing an extended on this. The cards that are missing here, as if you didn't figure it out, when I said the angel is crossing the Page of Swords, one is the devil. There's devil energy in play here. I know because the 7 of Swords was crossing this, and that's devil energy. But I didn't get a devil. I also don't have a Burger King. I got Fakey McFakerman, yeah, but this is the affecting energy. I'm talking right here. I don't have a Burger King. I've got a Page of Swords, which is someone, yeah, you're a little disappointed in the conversation. It's not what you expect. But this is someone who's coming in with the tail between their legs for something they can't let go of and claiming that it's no big deal. It's a big deal. And in fact, they want to fight for it, which causes them a burden because then they have to admit they fight. All of the energy of the Burger King, the out of balance emperor that we keep seeing, all of the energy for it is here under the surface, but the card didn't come out. There's something else still blocking this connection on some level. Blocking your person. It could be psychological within your person, or it could be They might still be with somebody on their side, or they might still have a controlling family. I don't know. But I got some cards missing here, and I don't like that. Okay, let me pull a little side reading. I am going to extend this one. You bet your asses, because I want to know. Because I have to. Otherwise, I don't have all the information. And if I don't have all the information, I can't pull good readings for you. This is a good reading. At the end of the day, you're going to hear from this person. We know it anyway because of Venus retrograde. But Jupiter in Pisces brings the opportunity for healing here, expansion on the connection. It's a spiritual kind of a thing almost when Jupiter is in Pisces. It's very spiritual in that sign. Pisces is a dreamy sign, right? Yeah. Where is it? Give me 3 cards, universe. Where's my devil and my emperor? The other card that's missing is the world. About a cycle ending and a new one beginning. Because we had judgment in the pre-shuffle. Judgment is what you have to get past to get to the world, to get to a new level and start out again as the fool on a higher level. I'm not seeing the world, which tells me, I don't know. I don't know what it tells me. It's very confusing. Let's see here. Why are those cards missing? The affecting energy, 2 affecting energies of why those cards are missing. Why there's no devil, why there's no world, and why there's no Burger King. Fakey McFakerman. It all boils down to Fakey McFakerman, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. They're afraid to open up. Their lesson, the runner's lesson, is to be vulnerable. They have to be. They ran from you for a reason. They ran from you to cling to what they're used to. And put in simple terms. They're still afraid to get real. I would have rather seen this reversed, but I didn't. They're still afraid to get real. Let me pull 3 cards. With you. The Empress. The 6 of Wands. Am I going to be able to get this on camera? Hold on, let me move this over here. This is the grand finale card. And the 3 of Pentacles. I still don't have any of those 3 cards. I don't have a devil. I'm asking, where is the devil? Where is the, it's hidden. The energy's here. 7 of Swords crossing the 7 of Pentacles. Devil energy, 7 of Swords. It's mild devil energy, but it is. And the Emperor, the Burger King, is here. They want to fight for it, but it causes a burden. It causes a burden on their ego, is what it causes. Hence, I'm missing the Ace of Wands as well, which this resets to. The world I'm missing because I had judgment in the pre-shuffle. The reason they're missing, that we're going to dig on in the extended, is very interesting. They have a fear of opening up. They have a fear of getting real. We saw that from the bottom. The Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman, is crossing the victory card and transformation. It's their fear of getting real that's going to cost them this victory. It's going to cost both of you this victory. That's why the conversation is healing. That's what Jupiter does. Jupiter expands things. It grows things. It brings things to you. It's a very powerful energy. And I know I say a lot of astrology is holistic in its energy, but I look at Jupiter. Jupiter is one of the planets that I keep track of. It governs, as I read it, as I've been tracking it for many years, it governs the soulmate cycles in a big way. They're cock-blocking Jupiter here a little bit. But the reason the devil, we'll focus on one card, we won't focus on the world. It's easier to explain why the devil's not here. The devil is not here because they're blinded by the light, like the song says, right? They're blinded by the light of the Empress. They're being pulled into you. The reason they show up isn't because I have undying love for the Empress and I must go there and tell them, like some, rom-com or some kind of romantic movie or something like that. It's not like that. They're coming in under very practical terms because they're disappointed that there's no foundation here, how things turned out. It has to start small. But there's still an underlying reason why they're afraid to get real. Four of Pentacles, why they hold back. We have to find out why. There's no other way to find out, because they are drawn to you, but by not getting real and not opening up, the Empress isn't going to do that. That's why we don't have the World here. The Devil is in this right here. The Devil is right here. All right, and what's underneath that? Yeah, the High Priestess is underneath that. There's a lot of secrets in this person's life, in this world. Oh, we're going to find out. We're going to find out some secrets. I'm going to take a look. Go all Dr. Phil on them a little bit. We got to find those cards, and when we find our answers. Bottom line, if you want to know, the reading's there for you. There's a link in the description. It's a long time period. It stretches right up through May, but I think most of this, for most of you, plays out in January. It might be worth a watch, but for me, I have to do it because I have to find out what's going on. And I might as well pull it in front of you for anyone who wants it, you know? And there's less people there, which means I can go pretty deep. So we'll see what happens. That's your reading. Either way, somebody's coming in. They're a little bit fakey McFakerman. Yeah, a little bit. You might be a little surprised that someone who feels this way is coming in. But just know this. They've been lingering for a long time saying that they're lost in that Hanged Man and dilly-dallying around with Seven Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles from the pre-shuffle. All right? Just the fact that this person actually shows up, someone you don't think you'll ever hear from, some of you, just the fact that they show up should speak volumes to you, okay? It is a million words. The fact that they show up is worth more than a million words, all right? Regardless of what they may show you. Okay, there's a lot more going on here, including a missing devil and a missing world card and a missing Burger King. Something else going on here. Why is it a burden? Where it pertains to the Burger King, the Emperor, the out of balance Emperor, or the King of Wands that they usually reflect as, ego, pride, all that stuff. Why is it a burden to fight for this connection? Something here, there's still something cock blocking this. And I'm going to find out what. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful to you. If I helped one person today, I've done my job. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares. If you want the extended, I know I do. I'm going to pull some Wicked Voodoo. The link is in the description right up at the top. All right. Good luck, everyone.